The next step in our resume page is going to add our work experience section, and I just want to quickly show what this is going to look like. I'm going to toggle over to Firefox to our mock-up design over here, and we have it's in a white section, so it's going to go below our education section, which was in a gray section, and so we're going to insert another div wrapper there for the white section, and we have our header. And then underneath that, we have each section of our work experience has a name, a title, a location, and a date. And we are going to use those same div classes that we created for the education section above to house those that information. And then underneath we have an unordered list. We're going to go ahead and put in 3 different examples just so that you get used to, or at least we can show and illustrate what 3 different examples might look like. So we're going to toggle back over to Dreamweaver, and most of our styling for this section is already done for us, so we just need to go into our source code on our resume page, and what I need to do is locate that resume contain gray section with our education piece in there, and locate the closing div tag for that section, and it comes right before a break class there, right before the footer. So I'm going to locate that. Mine's on line 74, and you know that the way our code has been going here, we know that this is a closing div tag here for that last section. If we click on it, you'll see that the beginning of that div tag is highlighted above. So that's another way to determine where that section ends. So I'm going to hit the enter return key here, and before I insert my next div section, I'm actually going to add another break class right in between these two, just so that I know that I don't have any floating issues from the previous section. So left caret br class, and then clear / right caret, and then enter return key. So now I have 2 break classes, and I have a space in between those two, between the footer. So we're going to open up a left caret here, and we're going to type in div class, and this one we're going to select is going to be the content main wrap. Do not select the content main wrap top. That'll push your content down about 200 pixels, so make sure that you only select the content main wrap, and then right caret, enter return, left caret / and then I'm going to put my cursor up there in between and tab in, and then I'm going to put my resume contain white section into this wrapper. So left caret div class resume contain white, and then right caret, and then enter return key, left caret / Okay, so and then I'm going to move my cursor up in between there and then tab in one more time. So we have 3 different examples, 3 different work experiences that we want to put in. Before I do that though, I want to make sure I put in my headings for the top for work experience. So left caret H1, we're going to put in a heading 1 and type in work experience, and then left caret /. So for what I'm going to do here is I'm going to essentially set up my first one and then copy and paste it for the other 2. So we have our first div class here. So left caret div class, and this one is ed job name. So select that from my list there, and then right caret, and then enter return key a couple times, left caret /. Okay, because I will put in content there in a minute. In fact, let's go ahead and move our cursor up there and then tab forward, and let's put in our H2 element right there. So we already have that ready to go. All we'll have to do is put in text later on. Okay, and then after that closing div tag, so I'm going to click on this closing div tag to make sure that I've got the right one. Place my cursor right after it and hit the enter return key. And then we're going to enter in our next div class, which is div class ed job location. So there we go, ed job location, right caret / couple return keys, and then left caret /. And then in this section, tab in, and then this is an H3 tag. And then last but not least, need to locate where that closed again, place my cursor after the end of it, enter return key, and then our next div class is a what's it called? It is called ed job date, and then right caret enter return key, left caret forward slash, and then this is also a h3 tag. Okay, so far this is my structure for each one of these little sections. I'm just going to highlight here what we should have. We have 3 div containers. One is ed job name, ed job location, and ed job date. That's how those get inserted into there. Right after this closing div tag of the ed job date, I'm going to hit the enter return key, and I need to insert a break class, because remember, we're floating all 3 of these containers around each other, and we just want to make sure we don't have any problems with the content that goes below this. So we're going to put in a break class. So left caret br space class and then clear. And this is where we're going to insert our unordered list for our job description. So I'm going to hit the enter return key here and then type in a ul tag, enter return key a couple times, left caret forward slash, and then in the space above, tab in, left caret li, left caret forward slash to end that. So this will set us up for our basic structure for each one of our work experiences. I'm going to copy and paste the rest of these, but I'm going to do one more thing just to make sure that I don't have any problems. Again, I have a break class right here. I'm going to insert another one right after our unordered list. I'm just being extra cautious here. I don't think it's necessary, but I just don't want to have to go back and do it over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my last, that ul tag, that closing ul tag, enter return key, left caret br class, and clear. So now I can copy and paste the rest of these. So I'm going to find where the very top is, where it says div class ed job name. I'm going to highlight all the way down to that break class clear, to the bottom one, before the 2 closing div tags. I should have 2 closing div tags there at the end. And I'm going to just Control C or Command C, and then place my cursor after that break class, hit the enter return key, paste that one in, and then enter return key one more time, and then paste that in. So now I have my 3 different job experiences that I can put in for my resume. Okay, so in my first one up here, I have, I'm going to locate my first up at the top where it says work experience. I'm looking for the H2 tag so I can put in the name. This one is going to be Subway. And in the ed location, I'm going to type in Medford and then for the date, I'm going to put in something random here, like September 2016, and then to use a dash here, I'm going to use the symbol dash, so I'm going to type in the ampersand and then ND for N dash. The N dash is the most common one, that's the one that you want to use, and then current. So I'm currently working there. Alright, and then I have a little bit of a job description to go in here, and I need some ipsum lorem to go in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll up to my resume profile up above and steal one of these just for the time being. So I'm going to take that ipsum lorem sentence and copy that and scroll down and find that UL tag with the line item there below my date, and then paste my job description into that section. So the rest of it is just filling out the rest of these for my other job descriptions. So I'm going to next locate the next section, the next H2. This might be an internship one that I've done, so I'm going to type in Southern Oregon Humane Society. And for the ed job location in the H3, that is Medford, Oregon. Haha, that's funny. And then this is just a short guy, so it's say like October 2016, and then the ampersand and dash, and hit the enter return key when it comes up. And then let's see, February. Remember, there are 2 R's in February 2017. And then next, need to paste my description in there again. So copy or paste that in there into my list item. And then last but not least, I have my third one. And if you want to, in the description here where you had humane, if you use, say, an internship as a work experience, you can put in your description in the list item as, say, internship. So if I want to make sure that somebody sees that as internship, I can put that in my description, and then you might put in a little end dash in there. Oops, not end space, end dash. There you go. And then follow that with your description there. Okay, last but not least, I have my last job description. This might be the one where it's like, you do some landscaping or childcare. It's kind of the thing that you do on the side for your mom or dad or aunt or uncle. So this one here is going to be landscaping. And the location is Central Point, Oregon. And then this is a seasonal job, so I'm just going to say seasonal. And colon there, and we'll just do like a 2015 N dash, oops, not N space, N dash to 2016. And then don't forget to paste your description in there in between the list items. So Command or Control V, and that'll wrap up our work experience. So let's double check to see how this turned out. I'm going to Control S or Command S here. I don't really need to style anything because I've already done so from the education section. So I'm going to go down to my preview in browser, preview in Firefox, and scroll down and make sure everything turned out okay. There we go. So what you should hopefully see is you have your title there, and it's nice and spaced out with the location and the date, so it spans out there all the way across. It's kind of nice. And then you have your bullet point underneath, and then they should be nicely spaced out from each section, each work experience section. Okay, so looking forward to the next tutorial. After work experience, we have activities and community involvement and computer skills. I think what we'll do is we'll do both of these sections in one tutorial.